Well, first of all, my goodness, you are the belle of TIFF.
Oh, thank you.
You're a nice, lovely Toronto girl. How is this feeling?
It's so great to be here. To be a part of the Rising Stars program has been really amazing because it's been kind of like an all-access pass to TIFF, and it's such a huge festival that sometimes I think as a young actor, even if you're from Toronto, it just seems so daunting, and so much of it seems so inaccessible to you because you just want to hide. So I think that the Rising Stars program has been really great in terms of mentoring us through the festival and navigating us through the festival with press and with the whole red carpet side of it, and then with actually going and seeing great films, which is what TIFF is all about. So it's just been a really wonderful experience for me.
I can imagine. Okay, well, let's talk about A Dangerous Method, because not only is it just such a wonderful film, but you are amazing in it, really amazing. And what's it like for you to have a David Cronenberg come to you and go, "I really want you in my movie"?
It's surreal. It doesn't even feel like it's a real experience. I had done a self-tape. I had worked with David's casting director, and we did a tape and sent it into him. And sometimes, as an actor, you just get so in the mind frame of, okay, I put an audition, compartmentalize, that's behind me. And when you audition for a project that you want so badly, you kind of have to do that in order to just function the next day. So I had done this tape and then had stopped thinking about it, and then I was working on another film, and my manager phoned me to tell me that I got the part, and it was just, I just exploded. It was just so amazing. And then to think that David cast me off a tape and never met me, is just brings this whole other element of anxiety and anticipation. And to go, I got on a plane, I flew to Germany, I did my costume fittings, I got in my full period hair and makeup and met David at our camera tests as Emma Young. So it was just, it was really daunting, but the way that David works and the way that his cinematographer, Peter Schudsky, works, it was just so calm and quiet and easy. So it was a really beautiful experience.
Talk about beautiful. You get to be married to Michael Fassbender. Need I say more?
Whatever. No, he's so talented, and I think his performance in this movie is so compelling, so subtle, and yet so sensitive. And I don't know if you're familiar with his other work in films like Hunger or Fish Tank. It's just such a shift for him. I know I think for me to be working in scenes with him was just so amazing, and I think it elevates your own work. And then to be kind of with him in pre-production and watching, his process and how he kind of reads the script. He reads the script so many times in order to kind of internalize it, that there are just things like that working with him has changed my process and changed my process as an actor, and so it's been really great in that way.
What do you think that Emma Young, why did she stick by him?
I think that she really believed in the work that he was doing. The work that Carl Jung and Sigmund Freud were doing was so entirely groundbreaking. It was the way that we think about the world. It was the way that we think about ourselves and sexuality. And that kind of work is so significant to who we are today. We're still talking about this. This kind of work is still controversial. It still informs how we interact with each other, how we have relationships, and how we view sexuality. So I think she what's so great about her is, even though she was very young, and David chose to showcase so much of their young marriage relationship, that she knew, even though she was young, the significance of the work that he was doing, and to the point where she became an analyst herself later in life. So I think that she knew and understood and was very liberal in her thinking about psychoanalysis and sexuality, and understood that what Sabina meant to his work. So I think that is also a very selfless way to approach a marriage, and so I think that was you know, definitely playing internally in her thought process.
How did you like working with Kira? There's a nice little scene between the two of you.
Oh, it's so great to work with Kira. Kira is just, I mean, I think there's a reason why there aren't more Keira Knightleys. She's just achieved such a significant amount of success at such a young age, and she can, you know, greenlight probably any picture in any country in the world right now, and that is a significant thing. And you know, of course, that weighs on you before you know, enter a scene with someone like that. And so I've really enjoyed working with her because I've been able to watch and listen and learn a lot from her work and her process as well, both when we were shooting the film, but more so I think now that the film is finished and afterwards, and how she handles press and how she handles a red carpet situation and a premiere and a festival. It's you know, it's invaluable to me, really.
Amazing to watch her. Yeah. And she's so poised and classy. You know? Really, like, never loses it.
I know.
Yeah, you got to give her props for that. 100%.
Yeah.
So did you feel like you needed psychoanalysis after you finished this film?
Well, my father's a psychologist, so I am constantly in therapy. No, I'm not. No, definitely not. I feel like, I mean, being an actor it's really special in the sense that the work you do is so cathartic anyways. So to be making a film about psychoanalysis in an artistic process that is so cathartic, it's like therapy in a sense.
Oh, amazing. Okay, very quickly, got to ask you about Dreamhouse. Holy mackerel. That must have been amazing. You got to work with Rachel Weisz and Daniel Craig and Naomi Watts. Not too shabby. What was it like working on that?
Amazing. I think that, I mean, I did Dreamhouse before I did A Dangerous Method, or before I worked on Cosmopolis, or so I think, you know, that was kind of the first time I had ever been in the presence of such a movie star like Daniel Craig. And so I was definitely, a part of me was in awe, but then the other part of me was, you know, it's really great to work with someone who's such a professional and an actor and a studied actor in the truest sense. So that kind of movie star persona fades away really fast, and then you just become two actors working on a film.
Right. Yeah, Robert Pattinson, Cosmopolis.
Yeah.
Discuss.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty nuts. It's going to be, I hope it's going to be a really great film. I certainly think the script and the subject matter is very out there and very different, and I think a big departure for Rob. So artistically, I think it was really special to kind of meet him at this point in his journey creatively, because I think that I had already worked with David before, and to see, you know, someone like Rob come in and work on a film like Cosmopolis with a director like David, and it was just really exciting for me to be a part of that experience for him, I think. And then, you know, to be playing a character that's so different from Emma Young, a modern woman, a woman who's very kind of sexually aware of herself. It was a whole other pace. It was like switching gears, and it was funny because right before we started shooting, I met with David again on the day of our camera tests, and he said to me, "So you ready to play a modern woman?" And I said, yeah, I think I am. Did you want to talk about the character? Did you want to, you know, we were in the trailer, my script was there. I was like, did you? And I kind of went to the script. I said, you want to talk about my ideas for this character? And he was just like, no, it's all there. And then he walked out of the trailer. So I was like, all right, here we go again. Okay.
Awesome. I can't wait to see that. And I can't wait to see Dreamhouse. That opens very, very soon. And we'll talk tomorrow about Moth Diaries.
Yeah,
so
of course.
I wasn't ignoring that one. I know I'm going to get you again.
Of course not, yeah.
So congratulations on everything. It's so lovely to meet you. And you just
you.
so deserve everything. It's
thanks.
great to talk to you.
Thank